Let's continue with our image here. Just to let you know one more thing about the from file. This is false because we're not going to worry about the ICC profiles. That might be confusing. Most of the time you're going to have it false unless you're doing some advanced things like that. So normally you're just going to pass that file name and then false. So you don't worry about the ICC profile. This is something you work with when you work with something like Photoshop. You get a profile, so you're going to just ignore it. And for most of your needs in the beginning, you're going to ignore those profiles, unless you want to manipulate those profiles, which is, like I said, advanced. So we just save, like I said, replacing that with a BMP for bitmap. And then the save as is going to do very similar things to working with the open, with the save file dialog that we have here. Same thing, instantiate to this variable, initial directory again. Now we're just filtering for a bitmap because I'm only allowing to save to a bitmap. And here we can actually set that filter index to 1 because we just have 1 here. If we look above, you can see we're setting the filter index to the second one here. And these are going to be delimited here. And the second one's going to be our JPEG files, as you can see. So we'll set that to that as the default. You can restore the directory, set that to true. Normally you would set that to true, just to keep that, allow that directory to be restored the way it was. And then we have that if the save file dialog show dialog here, this is going to show the dialog based on our variable. If when you return this from this, you get an OK, so when this is open, it's going to be stuck. It's a dialog box. So it comes back, it says OK or cancel. If it's equal to OK, dialog result.OK, another enumeration, then this is going to image.save, and we're going to save that file name there. And you can see this is just doing a save as, and again, like usual, image is not equal to null because we don't want to save something that's already null. You shouldn't have to do that, but it's just good checking. And that's it. If it drops out of that first if, that means that there's no image, so it's going to show an alert, no images are currently open. That's not an ideal way to do that, so I just have it in there just to show you could do it. Ideally, you want to disable those menu items, but this also protects you if you have another way to get around to get to that particular function, if it's a function within a class library or something like that. And then we just exit the application. So for the most part, that's our example. You can reference and look at the other parts as you want to. Does some nice, wonderful things here, as you can see, all different types of things. And again, just so you know that that size is taking place here. The original size is just a size class here, size object, and that's just going to set the size, width, and height for us to use later. And that's about it. When we run it, you're able to use it, and I encourage you to get into this and do a lot of wonderful things, and you can extend it as you want to. I look forward to you getting your first Photoshop version working, and use it as you need to. You can extend it to get the About box and other things as well. So it's a very nice tool. Very interesting to work with it.